the people that are definitely not experts.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Cody.
And this is the Edible Attitude Podcast. Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
I'm swell. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's your week going?
It's all right. It's all right. It's a week, you know?
It's been a week.
Yeah. How's yours?
Rough so far.
Oofta.
I'm tired.
Oofta. Yeah. I'm feeling that, too.
Been doing a lot of yard work.
Yeah, that time of year, yeah.
Getting ready for stuff.
Gotta keep up with the Robinsons, or whatever the saying goes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Is it? Is
I don't know.
that what it is?
Who is it? Keeping up with the Johnsons? The Jetsons? Not the Jetsons. The Robinsons, ain't it? Meeting the Robinsons.
That's a movie.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. Glad we worked that out.
Yeah, we got there.
It's keeping up with the something. Keeping up with the Joneses? No, I'm jonesing for a smoke. Son of a gun, what is it? Kardashians. Keeping up with the Kardashians? That's just the name of the show, isn't it?
That's a show, too.
Fuck
yeah.
me. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Keeping Up with the Joneses is the right one.
Oh, see? Okay.
Yeah, it's an idiom.
Yes, that's the term.
Thank you, Google.
Yay.
Appreciate it. Know what I learned this week?
What's that?
I learned about skinwalkers.
Oh, okay.
I think we should dive into that.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I've heard a little bit about skinwalkers.
What do you know about them? What do you got? Any thoughts?
Well, they're like shapeshift.
Kind of.
And they mimic people and animals, I think. Like they try to lure you in the woods. Try to lure you in and
try to get you in there.
Gobble you up. Yeah. That and shapeshifting. And I've seen some very peculiar videos on the internet. But it's internet, so you never really know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's all out there.
Yeah.
The background of skinwalkers is kind of in the same realm as the Wendigo.
Oh, the Wendigo. Back to that. Okay.
It comes from Native American tradition.
Oh, really? They both are.
They both are.
Maybe that's why I always thought they were the same thing. Because I used to think like the Wendigo was a skinwalker and just different names.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. More riding with the tribe.
So, most of us have probably seen some version of the skinwalker in like movies or TV shows or even read about them in books.
Mm-hmm.
In Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. In the Navajo language, and I'm going to butcher this, the Yi Naldalushi
say that 10 times fast
means by means of it, it goes on all fours.
Okay.
So while perhaps
walks like an animal?
Yeah. Pretty much. While perhaps the most common variety is seen in horror fiction by non-Navajo people, the Yi Naldalushi is one of several varieties of skinwalkers in the Navajo culture.
So there's more than one kind.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Right.
Okay. Uh-oh, Scooby-Doo.
Navajo witches, including skinwalkers, represent the opposite of Navajo cultural values. While community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women, witches are seen as evil, performing harmful ceremonies and manipulative magic in a perversion of the good works medicine people traditionally perform.
Right, they're out there cursing people and
being
devious little witches.
Just being dicks.
Right. Just little pesterers.
Pretty much. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers may learn both good and evil magic in order to protect us from evil. People who choose to become witches are seen as corrupt.
Right. That's classic story of time.
As they should.
Yeah.
As they should.
And that's why they start to get ugly and deformed and girl with them big ass noses and warts.
Twisted.
Yeah.
These witches
corrupted.
These witches are kind of different.
Oh.
What you're thinking.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's probably not the classical white people witch, you know?
It's not the white people witch, no. No, you're absolutely right about that.
Scandinavian witches, whatever you want to call them. That's bullshit.
The legend of the Skinwalkers is not well understood outside of the Navajo culture, as you just gave an example for.
Yeah.
Due to the reluctance to discuss the subject with outsiders, as well as a lack of necessary cultural context the stories are embedded within. Traditional Navajo people are really reluctant to reveal the Skinwalker lore to non-Navajo people, or discuss it at all among those they do not trust.
Bitches, share the info. Let's come on, let us know.
Well, I mean, it's probably a good reason.
If you talk about it, maybe it stirs it up or something. Like
They may get pissed.
if you invite it to yourself kind of thing. Well, okay. What are we doing here then?
We're just trying to
Let the
figure
people
this
know.
out.
We'll talk about it so you don't have to.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll take one for the team.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Some animals are associated with witchcraft, usually including tricksters, such as the coyote. However, it may include other creatures, usually those associated with death or bad omens.
Like vultures,
I think
crows, or ravens, whatever you want to call them.
maybe. I don't think so. I think more canine.
Hyenas,
Yeah.
coyotes is a good one. Sure.
Yeah.
Dingoes.
Dingoes. Maybe werewolves of some kind.
Oh, okay. We're
Could
going
be.
cryptid with it. Cryptid with the cryptid.
Cryptid with cryptid, yeah.
Okay.
They're just fucking with us
Well-
at this point.
Werewolves are shapeshifters, right? They shift from human to werewolf.
That's true.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe they're cousins. Another form of skinwalker.
Oh, yeah.
Like
well,
werewolf is an offshoot of the base skinwalker.
yeah, because that would make sense that it's the human is then walking in the other creature's
Right.
skin.
Correct.
That makes sense. We're getting somewhere.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Maybe people like transform into Bigfoot, you know?
Oh,
Right.
didn't even think about
Dude,
that.
Right.
Huh.
Some polyjuice potion type shit, but witchcraft.
Oh. Come on now.
No, but no, it's not. It's not polyjuice potion. There's a different potion for turning into animals, isn't there? Pretty sure. Don't remember what it's called. Doesn't matter. But you could offshoot that with many things. You could offshoot like Skinwalker could be all sorts of things at this point.
It could be anything.
Right. But they prefer animals.
Yes.
Okay. Like crawling all fours. It makes sense. Right? That's what the Navajo had said, I thought. They
Yeah.
seem like they're around on all fours.
The Yinadlushi.
Yes. Yep.
That word.
That one I'm not saying.
That one.
You're not Jim Belushi.
I'm not. Not even close. They usually possess living animals instead of dead ones, or people, and walk around in their bodies.
So wait, they possess.
Yes.
They don't transform.
They might.
Oh, fuck.
So it's a maybe.
Dude. They're going to do both? Casper and transform? Like, what?
Yeah. The witches, man. That would make sense, right?
They're running shop on us, I feel like, if that's the case.
No shit.
They're behind the scenes as I would if they're that intelligent,
Yeah.
which I would think they are if they can manipulate everything. Fuck, man. This is not what I thought it was.
It gets better.
Whoa.
Skinwalkers aren't particularly one sex or the other. They can both be male or female.
Gender fluid.
They're gender fluid. They can
Okay.
be whatever.
Yeah. Hermaphrodites?
I have no idea. We'd have to find one and
Yeah.
ask.
Do a little surgery.
Nope.
Only on a dead one. We don't know if they're. Well, yeah, they said it calls up stern shit. They're witches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking shotgun
Fuck 'em.
one. Wendigo their ass with the shotgun.
Yeah. Gotta get up close and personal.
The boring flamethrower. That ought to work too.
Maybe.
Fuck.
I don't think so, though.
Oh no.
So the Skinwalker stories told among the Navajo children may be a complete life and death struggle that end in either the Skinwalker or a partial encounter stories that end in a stalemate. So it's not always bad.
Okay.
It sounds like.
All right.
Some encounter stories may be composed of victory stories, with the skinwalkers approaching a home and being scared away. And non-native interpretations of skinwalker stories typically take the form of a partial encounter on the road where the protagonist is temporarily vulnerable, but then somehow escapes from the skinwalker in a way not traditionally seen in the indigenous stories. There have been reports that some of the children have taken the European folk stories and substitute skinwalkers for just run-of-the-mill generic killers.
Okay. All right. I don't know what to do with all that information. I'm sorry. That's So the kids just assume that they're just murderers.
Good.
Skinwalkers are just run-of-the-mill Jimmy Bob the murderer.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be anything though, like it said, like victory stories.
Right.
Especially when someone's like vulnerable. But we're here to find the
Folklores.
truth in it.
Well,
Maybe.
we'll find our truth.
Maybe. Big maybe. Big maybe. The creation of the skinwalker is surrounded in a rich, diverse descriptions
Okay.
that can vary from tribe to tribe.
Right. Makes
so
sense.
it's not always going to be the same one, but a lot of them have to do with like the same powers.
Right. The same base story. Base attributes.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Some cultures believe that skinwalkers were once medicine men, or witches, like I said, who succumbed to the dark magic, while others believe they were born with the ability to shapeshift.
Oh, so they're super special.
Yeah, super special.
Okay. So they're a step above the medicine man. Maybe the medicine man just got jealous and exiled them, and then they went dark.
It really depends on what tribe you belong to and what happened, you know?
That's curious how that works, you know? How one set of people's like, yeah, he's born with it. Born
Maybe-
with that big dick energy.
Maybe
you
he's
know?
born with it. Maybe
Right.
it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline, yeah. Another one's like, nah. Nope. He's seen what he could do with the dark side, or she could, or whatever, and
He took the power.
they just, yeah,
Or
they're
she
greedy
took the
fucks,
power.
yeah. You can't forget our female counterparts.
Sure can't. Sometimes these witches evolved from living as respected healers or spiritual guides who later choose to use their powers for evil.
What sets them off, though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, maybe they get just a taste and they're like, hey, this is neat.
But they're not getting paid enough shekels?
I don't know what shekels are,
You've
but
never
yet,
heard of shekels?
no.
What?
What the heck is a shekel?
It's a form of payment of some point in history.
Is it like a shell or a clam? Or
Well,
I
hell, I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's something like that. Something of the oceanic.
Oh, it's still a thing.
Shekels is a
The
thing.
Israeli new shekel. Yeah.
Awesome. Did not know that. Usually, these witches who turned into skinwalkers walk freely among the tribe during the day and then secretly transform under the cover of night.
Of course.
So, again, kind of like a werewolf.
Witching hour.
That would make sense.
Right.
Maybe that's where it
Maybe
came
that's
from.
where the term came from.
Yeah.
Right.
In order to become a skinwalker, he or she must be initiated by a secret society that requires the evilest of deeds.
So, wait a second. Where'd the first one come from? They just made an evil society to begin with, and they're like, hey, you know what we can do now? New ability unlocked.
New
we can now
ability
make
unlocked.
skinwalkers.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
The skill tree's been opened up far enough. What the shit? I don't... Okay.
The first one's probably like, well, this is new.
Yeah. Hey, I can have one extra follower.
Wolf Companion,
That's the
come
first
here.
attribute. Yeah.
So some of these evil deeds include the killing of a close family member, most often a sibling. After completing this task, the individual acquires the supernatural powers, which gives them the ability to shapeshift into animals. Now, again, some other ones believe you're born with it, but the one we're going with is that they acquire it somehow.
The ultimate sin.
Yeah, which would make sense.
Yeah, yep. You got to do what you got to do to get the power you want.
So, like we talked about before with like the coyote, the different bad omens, more often than not, they're seen as, like we said, coyotes, wolves, foxes, cougars, dogs, and bears. But they can take the shape of any animal.
That's crazy. Dude, if I was a skinwalker,
Oh, what would you do?
I'd be just, like predatoring as an eagle, right? Be flying a boat.
Predatoring as an eagle?
Flying a boat as an eagle, scanning for my victim. And I would just transform midair as a bird, or as a bear as I'm landing.
Just drop down.
Just drop down as a bear on top of them, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine that video of someone caught you doing that?
Man.
They'd be like, "What is that?"
You'd have some real puckers that day. Tell you what.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, I would. That's what I would do, though. I feel like that's ultimate tactic. Scoring some sweet dinner.
So,
You have any cool ideas?
I like the bird idea, but I think I would turn into
A salmon.
a giraffe.
Oh.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Why a salmon?
Just to fight the stream uphill. Build some intestinal fortitude.
There you go. Train.
Skill and determination.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be a giraffe,
Okay.
and I'd be galloping majestically.
Prancing about.
Yeah. The only bad thing about that is if the woods are not, or if the trees in the woods are not that tall, I can be, just peeking over, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that thing?"
You know the bad thing about being in the trees and your head above the trees?
Can't see below the trees.
You can't see your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might trip on something.
Or you might get a bunch of ankle biters that come and get you.
True.
Yeah.
So I would do kind of the same thing.
You can't swing your neck either. That's how they attack. You're going to be whacking trees and breaking your
No.
neck.
If I was a skinwalker, okay?
You just probably bounce off the top like a pillow anyway.
I wouldn't have to. I would make them come to me,
Oh.
and then I would transform into like a cougar or something, or like a lion,
Yeah.
and just start fucking them up. So after they shapeshift, they then wear the skins of the animals they transform into, hence the name Skinwalker.
Freaky sons of bitches.
Yeah, so they transform into what they want and then wear their own skin.
They just have their own little fashion show.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes they also wear animal skulls or antlers atop their heads, giving them more power. They choose which animal they want to turn into, depending on the abilities needed for a particular task, such as speed, strength, endurance, etc.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Of course.
So if you got to get someplace fast, you're like, bird, caw.
Call! Hoo-hoo!
Hoo-hoo. So because of this, the Navajo consider it taboo for its members to wear the pelt of any predatory animal. However, sheepskin, leather, and buckskin are acceptable.
But what if I want to be a man?
Then you wear buckskin.
No, like a man. I want to wear bearskin, bitch.
That doesn't sound like you can do that.
That's what the warriors should do.
It's what they don't do, though.
That's a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Because then they look like prey.
It's all about mindset, right?
Big fact.
The image you're putting out there. Can't go rolling up on somebody in some sheepskin.
Bah.
Yeah. Bah, bitch, here I come.
Skinwalkers can also take possession of the bodies of human victims if a person locks eyes with them. After taking control, the witch can then make its victim do whatever it wants.
So they make them their thrall
Pretty much. You can take
by
control.
medusing them.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's even more powers they got stacked on top of themselves. I don't think they need a skill tree at this point, okay? Or any followers or pets.
They make their own.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they make their own pets by the sounds of it. Holy shit, man. These things are freaky.
So in order to tell a skinwalker apart...
Oh, I thought you were going to say to fuck off.
No. Well, that too. Others could tell that they were not real animals when they transformed because of their eyes. They're very different from those of the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, their eyes are very human, and when lights shine on them, they turn bright red. Alternatively, their eyes are more animal-like when they're in their human form.
That'd be a weird sight to behold.
So you have like cat eyes, or bear eyes, or cougar eyes, or coyote eyes
I thought they had human eyes.
in their animal form. That would be weird too.
That's what I'm saying. But they have animal eyes in their human form?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking gross, too.
But they're also wearing like antlers and stuff and masks and whatever
Right.
else.
So, yeah, I mean, that kind of works. But, yeah, I'm thinking the human eyes on regular animals.
On
Have you
a
ever
dog.
seen those videos?
Yeah.
Like clips of that? It's
Oh
just
my
funny.
God. Horrifying.
Just a bear with some big old round human eyes.
The evil society of witches gather in dark caves or secluded places for several purposes. 1, to initiate new members. 2, plot their activities. 3, harm people from a distance with their black magic. Or 4, they perform dark ceremonial rites. These ceremonies are similar to other tribal affairs, including dancing, feasts, rituals, sand painting, yada yada yada, but were corrupted. The evildoers are also said to engage in necrophilia
Oh.
and commit cannibalism, incest, and grave robberies. During these gatherings, the skinwalkers shapeshift into their animal forms or go about naked, wearing only beaded jewelry and ceremonial paint. The leader is usually an old man who is very powerful and has lived a very long time.
So these motherfuckers are walking around caves and anal beads and necklaces.
That's just their ceremonies that they do.
That's some freaky motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Necrophilia, incest. Those two got to get out the door.
I mean, no wonder they're evil.
I don't have such a big problem with grave robbing. I get it. You got to do what you got to do, you know, sometimes. I don't
Well,
agree with it. I
don't
think it's
agree with
wrong.
it.
But I can see why people would do it, you know. Like, I can see why people would be that shitty. I understand. But the incest and necrophilia can't get down with.
No. Couldn't do it.
No.
That'd be weird.
That's just fucking...
Can't.
Yeah, you should die for those. You should probably be culled from the herd.
Culled. That's a good word.
I know. If you're enjoying this topic and would like to talk more about it,
You can find us at Edible Attitude or at Edible Attitude Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So some of the powers that have been attributed to skinwalkers we have already went over.
yeah.
But again, they also differ amongst the tribes.
Right.
Some powers include reading the minds of others,
Ooh.
controlling their thoughts and behavior, causing disease, control of the weather and illness, destroying property, and even death. So they got a whole slew of skills that they got going on.
That's fucking crazy, though. So they're just like rain dancing, causing diseases. Like, they're all powerful.
Sounds
They're
like
little
it.
demigods by the sound of it, yeah. Little mini gods.
Evil ones.
Yeah. I can see the lure. Yes, you know, I mean, if they're like, fuck, dude, like, I can do some cool shit with this power. Nobody's gonna like me, but...
All I gotta do is dig some graves up and other stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they probably don't know about that
Right.
going into it.
It probably just happens along the way, and they're like, oh, shoot, did I do that? Did I do that?
Did I do that?
What odd creatures.
Yeah.
Cool, crazy, powerfully disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those who have talked of their encounters describe several ways to know if a skinwalker is near. So apparently people have figured out if it's close.
Skinwalker radar.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They usually make sounds around the home, such as knocking on windows, banging on walls, scraping noises on the roof. On some occasions, they have been spied peering through the windows, and more often, they appear in front of vehicles in hopes of causing a serious accident.
That's why you don't swerve. You just keep driving.
Just keep going.
Just go straight ahead. Floor it, actually.
Got
The
to.
faster you go, the better off you are.
Not with moose.
No, that's
Not
true.
with moose. Moose
That's
win.
true, yeah.
Moose will destroy.
Turkeys, too.
Oh, yeah, turkeys
aren't
are
a
little-
great choice. Yeah.
Turkeys are little bowling balls with
Yeah.
feathers, man.
Yeah. 20-pound bowling balls with feathers.
Yeah, you try to kick one of those suckers, and your leg is going to go the opposite way of
Yeah.
where that turkey's going.
Yeah, they're meaty little peckerheads.
Mm-hmm. Thickums.
Thickums.
In addition to being able to shapeshift, the Skinwalker can also control the creatures of the night, such as wolves, owls, and other such creatures.
Well, damn.
Some can call upon the spirits of the dead and reanimate the corpses to attack their enemies. I do not know if that's an actual thing, but that just sounds like a necromancer at this point. Yeah.
Jeez, dude, what more powers do they need at that? Like,
hey, when you're a witch, you gotta
like
gain powers. So
sounds like the ultimate video game enemy.
no shit.
Damn.
Like some final boss type
Right,
shit.
that you've been dealing with this whole time. You didn't realize he's just fucking with you in all these different ways.
Halfway through killing him, this thing pulls out a whole new set of demons that you have no idea where it's coming from, and then it just starts spouting off different things.
And then you kill them all, and then he brings them all back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he reanimates himself. Stage 2.
As a big skelly bear.
That's bullshit!
Oh, there you go.
Or something, you know? Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Video game concept.
Maybe. But supernatural powers are pretty OP.
That means overpowered.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know.
For those of you who do not know, that means overpowered. Yeah. Super OP.
Other powers that they have.
That is not what OP stands for. Other powers.
Not other powers.
Right.
They are said to run faster than a car.
Jesus Christ.
And have the ability to jump high cliffs. They're extremely agile and impossible to catch, and leave tracks larger than animals. Most animals. When seen, they have been described as not quite human and not quite fully animal. They're usually naked, but some have seen the creature wearing tattered shirts or jeans.
So the Navajo witches had jeans?
Pants.
I didn't realize they were rocking blue denim.
Fucking pants. I mean, what if they like summoned? They got these powers, man. They can just summon jeans. They're just like, I found a new pair of pants.
I made these.
Guys, I made these in
they
my
do
cave
like having their
night.
fashion shows, right?
Yeah.
With their furs, so it's all starting to come together.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
With the fur.
Skinwalkers usually kill out of greed, anger, envy, spite, or revenge. They also rob graves for their personal wealth, and they also collect much-needed ingredients for the black magic use. These witches lived on the unexpired lives of their victims, and they must continually kill or perish themselves.
Oh.
So it's a curse.
Deal with the devil.
Deal with the
Kind
devil.
of thing.
Yeah. So the Skinwalkers and other witches have long been blamed for unexpected struggles and tragedies, including sickness, drought, poor crops, and sudden deaths. Even smaller or individual problems such as windstorms during dances, the death of livestock, and a reversal of fortune were also believed to be the witches' work.
Yeah, right. They do the rain dances. They bring disease.
Yep.
It all lines up with what we heard before. Okay.
It's all coming together, man.
Yeah. I mean, how are you gonna have raise dead animals and wear their skins and have fashion shows if you don't kill them?
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Right. What do people expect?
I mean, what else? What else would they do?
I mean,
what else?
That's what they're here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're here to give us entertainment.
Right.
Apparently.
They're just so misunderstood.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
They could be. We don't. I mean, I don't know.
Has anyone ever sat down with the Skinwalker and had a conversation?
Like really interviewed one to
just
find out?
Sat down and just asked a few questions. Get to know them and see how they're feeling.
I could just imagine that conversation.
Right. With the animal eyes and the furs just sitting there all cross-legged.
Oh God. So what do you think is going on with today's problems?
Well, Deborah.
Whatever it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No idea.
Well, Deborah.
Because the witches are to blame, for a lot of
Everything.
bad things.
Yeah.
The most apparent one that they're blamed for is the Navajo Witch Purge of 1878.
They did it.
That's what they're being blamed for.
But if they're witches, why would they purge more witches?
No idea.
The math don't math, but let's continue.
I mean, it may. So the Navajo Witch Purge, which happened in 1878, initially evolved from a cultural response to so many people moving across into the Navajo's lands.
Oh.
After a series of wars with the United States Army, the Navajo were expelled from their land and forced to march to Fort Sumner in New Mexico in what is now known as the Long Walk of the Navajo in 1864. There, the people suffered from bad water, failed crops, illness, death, reducing their numbers dramatically. And after 4 years since they got kicked out, okay, the government finally admitted they f***ed up, and the Navajo were then allowed to return back to their homeland in the Four Corners. Yeah, no surprising, right?
The government were a bunch of dicks and they f***ed up. No way.
No way.
You know what I think?
What?
Did the humans go hunting the Skinwalkers? Like the one to go?
Yeah, they don't fuck with them.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, they don't. They have all these powers. You tell me.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, if
I
you
just know
were,
humans are known to strike back, right?
let's just put this scenario out there. If you heard of a person that could pick shit up and throw it without, like, with just their mind, your first response would be like, I'm going to go punch this guy in the face and see what he does.
No, you know what I instantly pictured?
Oh, God, what?
Is that picture of Forrest Gump standing on the boat waving? Hand on his hip, just waving. Yeah. How you doing? Good to see you. That's what I'd be doing.
During the years that they were away from their homeland, many of the members of the tribe were said to have turned into the shapeshifter to escape the terrible conditions. In the meantime, the rest of the tribe was convinced that their gods had then deserted them.
Right.
As, you know, I would
Could
do,
have been
man.
that they made a poor choice. Well, it wasn't their choice.
No, they got kicked
Yeah.
out, man.
Did they have to go there? That's where they just decided
That's
to
where the
settle.
U.S. government took them.
Took them.
Yeah, they're like, here, go here.
Here,
Colonization is a
we
bitch.
didn't see how this is. See if it's survivable. Let us know.
Yeah, you're fine.
Check it out. Give it a whirl.
Once the people had returned to their homeland, their conditions dramatically improved, but the Skinwalkers, whom they blamed for the years of bleakness,
Right.
were still among them. Accusations of witchcraft and the hunting of Skinwalkers began. When someone found a collection of witch artifacts wrapped in a copy of the Treaty of 1868, the tribal members unleashed deadly consequences. The Navajo Witch Purge occurred in 1878, in which 40 suspected Navajo witches were killed to restore the harmony and balance to the tribe.
So it sounds like they did hunt them.
Yeah.
Huh.
The members were like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
we got to start getting rid of these people.
So
Maybe.
But they're creatures of the night. So do you like vampire hunt them during the day? They nap during the day. Is that how they figure out who the witches are?
Well, maybe they're easier to see because of their red eyes, you know?
Their funky eyes. Yeah, I mean, how can they blend in?
Yeah. Unless they just stayed in their huts all day or whatever they lived in.
Or if they lived on the outskirts of town and never really came to town,
That too.
they just were seen huddled under some like big robe or something, a big skin over top.
A big sheepskin.
Yeah,
Oh.
they wore the bear skins and shit.
Oh, could have been.
They're the ones who kept the town safe, but people just thought they were animals, monsters.
Today, a lot of the stories and sightings we hear about skinwalkers do not include death or injury, but are more trickster-like.
Okay.
So they're just playing games.
Yeah. Just
A lot-
pestering.
Yeah, just being dicks. Numerous people have told stories of swift animals running alongside their vehicles, matching their speed, After a short period, however, they run off into the wilderness. Along the way, these animals may turn into a man who then will bang on the hood of their vehicle.
Okay, yeah.
So he just like appears and like, boom.
Right.
Another story tells of a man who was making repairs on an old ranch home when he heard a loud laughter from the nearby sheep pens. Thinking he was alone, he went to investigate and found all of the sheep but one huddled in one corner of the pen. However, a lone ram separated from the group was standing upright and laughing in a very human manner. After the man locks eyes with the ram, he sees that his eyes are not of an animal, but very much like a human's. Then the animal casually walked away on all four legs.
That's fucking crazy.
Just some laughing sheep. And then he just gets down and walks away.
What the fuck, dude? I would just keep stepping. I mean, like, what the fuck?
I just put my head down, turn around, walk away, and be like, man, this has been a day.
Whoa.
Need to get some water.
Take a breath.
Hydrate.
Yeah, where's the nearest water source at? For
shit.
sure, because Jesus.
Some say that they have seen these skinwalkers running through the night, sometimes turning into a fiery ball or leaving streaks of color behind them, like the fucking Flash.
Right.
Others have seen angry humanoid figures looking down on them from cliffs or mountains.
That'd be freaky.
Like you just look up, the ram's laughing at you, and you just look up and it's a glowing fucking... yeah. Then it just disappears.
Right. And just turns around and struts away.
Oh, God.
Prances. As he's laughing.
Into the forest.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, what would you do? Like, you're going in hiking and you just look up and see and hear that?
A chuckling sheep.
I'm fucking booking the other way. He's not going to have time to get down the mountain,
No,
hopefully.
I'm just noping out of there real quick.
As fast as possible.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Fuck. Especially if I'm hiking alone. It's like, no, not today. Goodbye.
That's why you don't hike alone at night. You really shouldn't hike alone ever. It's really
ever.
Not a good choice. I get it. Sometimes you do, but not a great choice. Should have somebody with you.
Always.
Safety Dan here to save you.
Safety Dan, thanks for coming. In the 1980s, one of the most notable events occurred when a family was driving through the Navajo reservation. Something jumped from the ditch as they slowed to make a sharp curve. It was described as black, hairy, and wearing a shirt and pants. A few days after this event, the same family was awakened to a loud drumming and chanting at their home in Flagstaff, Arizona. Outside their home were 3 dark forms of men outside their fence. However, apparently, these shadowy creatures could not climb the fence and then soon left.
Couldn't climb a fence.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how would... No, what? No. Oh, we just looked at them and then they couldn't get over the fence, so they left.
Oh, no, you caught us. Oh, boy, this fence is tricky.
Guys, I don't know what to do. Just turn around and walk away.
Reminds me of that Homer Simpson gif of him sinking back into the bushes.
Oh, yeah, just disappearing.
Just
away from the fence.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Oh, boy. Just an about face out of there.
You want to know how to kill a skinwalker?
Yes, hell yeah.
In case you run into one?
Important knowledge. I don't know how to kill everything.
Yeah, that's true.
In a non-sadistic way, just for protection purposes, you know?
We got to get a book
supernatural
together.
action.
Something.
Just never know. Right?
I mean, we can check off when to go. That's fire. We got that.
Yeah.
So as we've been talking, we know that witchcraft is not tolerated in the culture at all.
Mm-hmm.
They work to avoid, prevent, and cure it in their daily behaviors. However, when it exists, their laws have always said that when a person becomes a witch, they have forfeited their humanity and their right to exist, so they should be killed.
Damn. So how do we do it?
Well, there's some different beliefs concerning some of the weaknesses the skinwalkers have. However, skinwalkers are notoriously hard to kill, and attempts are usually really unsuccessful. Trying to kill one will often result in the witch seeking revenge. Successfully killing one requires the assistance of a powerful shaman who knows spells and rituals that can turn the Skinwalker's evil back upon itself.
Corrupting it further and unto itself, basically.
Well, yeah, you need magic to fight magic.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the best
Shit.
option, I think.
So you better have some damn good shaman.
No shit. Some tribes, like the Ute tribe, believe that bullets or knives dipped with white ash can get rid of them. Others think a bow and an arrow made from a juniper tree is the only solution, and some believe in using other specific weapons that are not named. However, if you were to use a gun or a bow and arrow with said bullet or said arrows, you must hit the witch in the neck or the head. And that's a small target, especially if they're moving at fucking Mach 5.
Right. Blasting, dude.
Leaving streaks of
Shotgun.
redness everywhere. Shotgun.
Yeah.
Traditionally, the Navajo will not speak with outsiders about these creatures for fear of retribution.
Revenge. Well, I guess. I don't want to piss them off either.
No shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
Not even close. Wouldn't even try to attempt, not with all the magic shit that they got.
Disease.
Like
I
said,
that shit.
I mean, the shaman's probably the best option we got.
Right. And I feel like I always picture the shamans as older.
Wiser.
But good magic, for whatever reason, tends to not be as powerful as dark magic in its most intense forms. You know?
Because it's not corrupted.
Right.
You know? You gotta corrupt the power to make it
Right.
powerful.
Right.
So in the 1990s, there was a ranch in northeast Utah, far away from the Navajo reservation. A lot of you may have heard about this ranch. It has become a very big focus on skinwalkers, as it has been called the Sherman Ranch, the UFO Ranch, or most famously, the Skinwalker Ranch.
I have heard of that. But is it no longer a ranch? You said it was a ranch.
It's still a ranch.
Still a ranch.
Still,
Okay.
still a thing.
Still there.
Yep.
Still operating as spooky.
Yep. This place has a history of UFOs, aliens, cattle mutilations, and crop circles.
Damn.
Located near the Ute Indian Reservation, these people have long thought that the Navajo put a curse on their tribe in retribution for many perceived transgressions. Since then, the Skinwalkers have plagued the Ute people.
Well,
Well,
don't be a dick.
I don't know what they did, but I don't think they deserve Skinwalkers. Let me tell you
said
that,
themselves
man.
they had a lot of transgressions, didn't they? Perceived transgressions or whatever.
Yeah, perceived. So, I mean, could be, could not be.
There's a bunch of reasons they probably could be pissed off at us.
But we don't know.
But I don't know, man. We're going to blame them anyway. Another reason to piss them off.
So the ranch was popularly dubbed the UFO Ranch due to its supposed 50-year history of odd events that have said to have taken place there. Those who have investigated the ranch saw evidence of close to 100 different incidences that include vanishing and mutilated cattle, sightings of unidentified flying objects or orbs, large animals with piercing red eyes that they say were unscathed when struck by bullets, which would make sense,
Mm-hmm.
and visible objects emitting destructive magnetic fields. Again, maybe it's the Skinwalker just hitting Mach 5, just cruising.
Right.
You never know.
Damn.
Just flashing everywhere.
Right. That would be fun.
Flashing everywhere?
Yeah.
Just zooming,
Yeah.
making
Get the
streaks.
zoomies.
Real-time zoomies.
Yeah, yeah.
The cattle mutilations have been a big part of the folklore that has been surrounding the area for decades. When Robert Bigelow purchased the ranch, this was reportedly the result of his having been convinced by the stories of the mutilations that included tales of strange lights and unusual impressions made in grass and soil told by the family of former ranch owner Mr. Sherman.
Yeah. Bigelow. He's into UFO stuff, like space stuff of some sort. What I
Space,
understand.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what his company's called, but it's some space thing.
Yeah, he's a billionaire. Bought the ranch because he had heard the stories, was intrigued,
And then sold it.
Well, he put a bunch of money into it and a bunch of investigating.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah, had a TV show and stuff too. I think I had like a Netflix special, I believe.
I think there was a movie.
Something, yeah. I think it was a show and a movie, probably both.
Well, I know that the current owner is in the show.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
But it's not Mr. Bigelow.
Right.
He's
prior.
He's gone.
Yeah. I knew that. I knew he sold it. But yeah, I knew he was there for a while and dumped a bunch of money and investigating allegedly, and that he is also into space stuff and there's UFO stuff there. Yeah, I don't know.
Bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
It's a TV show on Netflix called The Skinwalker Ranch. Go find it.
Yeah, check it out.
It's a good watch.
I watched some.
I have to.
Interesting.
It really is.
Yeah.
According to a skeptical author, the phenomenon, quote unquote, at Skinwalker Ranch is probably illusionary.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was the several years long monitoring of the ranch unable to obtain proof of anything unusual happening, but also the people who owned the property prior to the Shermans, a family who lived on the ranch for 60 plus years, denied that any mysterious phenomena of any kind occurred there. The author also goes on to say that the explanation is that the supernatural claims about the ranch were made up by the Sherman family prior to selling it to Mr. Bigelow. Many of the more extraordinary claims originated solely from Mr. Sherman, who also, coincidentally, worked as a caretaker after the ranch was sold to Mr. Bigelow.
So he kept the spicy stuff going.
Yeah. So he had an idea, and he made it happen, and just kept feeding them.
Yeah, he just made a bunch of money, and just kept feeding it to him.
And then just worked there and just kept doing it.
Let them pay him to keep it rolling. That's wild.
That's bullshit.
So the one thing I remember about like the cattle mutilations, though, if I recall correctly, is that it was kind of weird. They had no blood left in them, right? And there's no traces of blood really found.
Yeah, I think they were drained.
Yeah. Drained.
Almost like a vampire, which would make sense if it was a skinwalker.
That's where the skinwalker comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the aliens. They don't know.
Either way.
Right. But yeah, how would you rid an animal of blood without making a little bit of a mess? It's a lot of blood in cows too.
In a cow, yeah.
They're freaking big animals, man. So that's a lot of blood. So to do a whole herd in a night.
A whole herd?
Yeah, it was like a bunch of them.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't just like one.
I thought you were just talking about just one.
No, it was like a dozen or 20. Like it was a good number of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
What if maybe they ate something bad?
Where'd the blood go?
Out of their body, obviously.
Where if it's not on the ground?
Fucking God.
Float away?
Had to have.
Evaporate? Boil so hot in their blood that or in their veins it just shrivels up and boils away?
That's a little far-fetched, I think.
Okay, right, but so what happened? Where?
No idea.
Exactly.
What do you think about the skinwalkers, though? Like, do you honestly think that they're out there? I mean, they definitely could be. It's not as far-fetched as some of the shit we've been learning nowadays.
Right.
But at the same time,
I feel like if they're that powerful, why wouldn't they just be like, here I am? I don't know if they're real. I don't think so. But if they were, there wouldn't be many left. I don't feel like, unless they're in the national parks, maybe.
they're just chilling over there.
Something.
Could be.
Because we got a lot of this land covered anymore. And exploring,
A lot of videos
farming
are out there.
Yeah.
I mean something would had to come up, right?
Yeah. Drones. Yeah. So it's hard to say. What do you think?
Like I said, it's always possible.
Yeah. glass half full.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you had supernatural abilities like these guys have, like I'd be flying everywhere,
Yeah.
flashing like
Right.
going everywhere
How do
real
you not
fast.
just show it off?
No.
Look what I can do.
Yeah. No. Okay, Stuart, calm down. No shit.
Right. Look how fast I am, Mom. Bet I can throw this football over that mountain.
But I can catch it too.
Yeah. I remember those days playing catch with yourself in the backyard because you had no friends and no siblings.
Lasted 5 minutes and then I got bored.
Yeah.
And I just laid down and stared at the
Yep.
clouds.
Clouds, yep. Cloud watching.
And every other one was a dick.
You were that kid, huh?
No, some of them are turtles.
Turtles and dicks.
Turtles and dicks. As a skinwalker, if you were a skinwalker, okay,
Yeah.
and you could do absolutely all of this shit
Mm-hmm.
that I just named off, all these powers,
Yeah.
what would be your favorite power? Other than the shapeshifting, because that's
I was
just a
gonna
given,
say,
right?
like shape-shifting would
No.
be the easy choice.
The other shit.
Probably the incredible, like, running and jumping.
Yeah, I would absolutely 100% fuck with people while
I'd be
driving down.
Ringing
Like
all
roads.
over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Bounding.
Just throw like a basketball in front of their vehicle, grab it, look at him, and run away.
Right. You want to say prancing about that. High speed and long jumps.
Just
Skipping down the freeway.
skipping at high
Yeah.
speeds.
You can go faster in a car, right?
50 miles an hour skipping.
Oh, that. You ever play that game as a kid? You're sitting in the back seat and you just imagine the dude running next to the car.
Yeah.
What if it was just like semi-invisible skinwalkers we were imagining?
Semi-invisible.
They were just running so fast. We thought we were imagining.
Look, there's a
They
lot
were
of
there.
skinwalkers around my area. Then, okay. I mean, it was a lot.
It definitely wasn't, because I definitely had like action figure type thoughts in my head, like superhuman, like Superman type shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just like waves at you and then disappears.
But he's like doing cool tricks,
Hell yeah.
sidestepping off big road signs and stuff, flipping and cartwheeling, and
Mothman and people just standing
I was parkouring in my head before I even knew what parkouring was. Now that I think about
You
it,
could have started something.
I was too chubby, too husky.
You could have brought it up to somebody.
Hey, you athletic buddy.
There you go.
Other than the shape shifting, what would be your favorite ability?
Just running real fast and fucking with people.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
Making kids go, Mom, what is that? And then she looks and there's nothing.
Ooh,
Or like tapping on the window. Teet, teet.
going to the basketball court, Harlem.
Oh, yeah. I'd be doing some mad tricks. People be freaked out, though, because
Michael
I'd be
Jordan
looking.
springing.
Yeah.
3-point line dunking.
Yeah,
Not the free throw line, the 3-point line.
but I'd be wearing some pelt when I'm supposed to be wearing gym shorts,
Right,
okay?
no, yeah, just some animal made thongs for your feet.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
just rocking them. 100%.
Whooping their ass in some Jesus sandals.
Covered in fur.
Yep.
Put like a 1
Mhm.
on there. I'd like the side
White
of the
patch.
shoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
The SW. Not the Jordans, but the Walkers.
I don't know.
The Walker brand.
No.
The Skinwalkers, that's what they'd make. That's what
Oh,
they'd make.
Yeah. 100% the Walker print.
He's like, no, I've never heard of it. Like, what is it?
I've never heard of the
Is-
Walker.
Is that
What's
the new
Walker?
Kanye fucking line, or what is that?
Is that new rookie?
That look you gave me was fucking incredible. Caught me off guard.
I don't like skinwalkers, though. I don't want to fuck with them.
Nah, like
No.
I said, Forrest Gump waving all day, man.
Yeah, uh-huh. All right, buddy. Let's wrap her up.
Hell yeah, man. It's been a good one.
This was a good one. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for inviting me.
Hell yeah. As always,
I'm Cody,
I'm Tyler.
and this is the Edible Attitude Podcast.